Hello everyone, Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com here, and we're going to begin a new playlist today. We're going to talk about how to reinforce your Reiki training. We'll do each level in one video after you've done your training. So first let's talk a little bit about choosing a teacher. For me, I'm a member of the Canadian Reiki Association, and there's certain guidelines that we have to follow as teachers through our association, but there are worldwide associations. So maybe the first thing you could do is, if you find a teacher just continually coming across your path, that's probably your teacher, or someone you really connect with over video, or if you meet them or you hear about them and you just have a chance to connect with them, you will know who your teacher is. And again, you would just ask the question, is this my Reiki teacher? And it's the first answer that comes to you, either yes or no. And if that's not your teacher, just the right one hasn't shown up yet. And if it is your teacher, go ahead and book a class. You might want to check out their credentials. Are they a member of an association? What kind of training do they have themselves? How long have they been teaching? Do you want to talk to some of their students? Just those kind of questions. Now, once you've taken your level one is really about how to be a clear channel for the Reiki energy. So how to do that. And the second half of that is how to stay focused, present with another person's energy system for an hour. And I have to admit, after my level 1 training, I took my level 1 6 times through 4 different teachers. I really wanted to have an overall sense of everything, or a lot of, maybe not everything, but a lot of what Reiki could bring. And I have to say that each teacher taught me something different. Even though the basics of the class were the same, you learn the history of Usui Reiki, you learn the principles. The principles is one of the homework pieces that you really need to do. And I would recommend just sitting in meditation or contemplation if you're not a meditator, or just while you're out walking or exercising or whatever that may be, with each one of those principles. Now, I started doing one a month all those years ago in 1996. So just for today, do not anger. And I would spend a whole month on that. And then I would ask myself, every time I would feel anger come up, what's the lesson? How does this serve me? What's really going on here? Because it's all about my reaction to the outside world. I always come from the place of the outside world is just there to help me grow. So that's the first thing, is the principles is really homework. You'll also learn how to do self-sessions, and that is so important while you're working with your level 1. Actually, it's so important for the rest of your Reiki career, but really while you're doing your practicum for level 1. And we ask that you do 21 self-sessions, like a session for 21 days, a self-session for every day for 21 days after your level 1 training. And then there's also a practicum. And for Reiki Associates, we ask that you do 25 sessions with other people. I allow animals as well as part of that practicum. But again, each teacher is going to be different, so go by the guidelines that your teacher offers. So for level 1, it's spending serious time with the principles, like really contemplate them, bring them into your life, try and see how they grow you. The next piece is 21 self-treatments, and if you could do it for the next 3 weeks after your attunement, that would be great. And then after that, it's practice, practice, practice. I'm going to say that again. Practice, 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 doing a session on other people or on animals. And again, your teacher will teach you how to open a session, how to close a session, what to look for in that energy exchange contract that we build, all of those things. So just be very mindful. And level 1 is really about working on our physical self. And we do that, as we do that, we also work on our emotional self, and all kinds of magic can happen. So I hope you've found a teacher. I hope you've enjoyed your level 1 training, and I'm going to encourage you to the best of my ability to please follow your homework, do it, enjoy it, and life changes. If you've found this helpful, please like or subscribe to my channel, Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com. Namaste, and we'll see you next week.